Hey guys, Pat in the Blueprint Cabinet Showroom today. We're going to talk a little bit about white cabinet doors and how these aren't all exactly created even, and some of the things you're going to want to look for whether you get cabinets from us or elsewhere. At least hopefully by watching this video you'll be a little better educated so you can make the right decision for you. Let's jump right into it. So in front of me here I've got two cabinet doors. Ours on the right hand side, and then this one will refer to it as a large European, Scandinavian area cabinet maker. We're going to show you some of kind of the differences so you know what to look for when you're out and you're checking out cabinets and you're looking what's going to work for you guys. So let's jump into this one here to my left. So this guy, cover the sticker here on the back of the cabinet so I don't get sued into oblivion. Checking out this door on the surface, it looks good. You know what? You look around, you hold it up, it's got a nice grained wood texture finish to it. I don't know if I love that look as opposed to the smooth look myself, but some people prefer that look. Yeah, I mean, overall, it's not bad. It's got a nice feel. Feels kind of solid, like it's got a good weight to it. My biggest concern when we look at a door like this, so this is a thermofoil door. Now, for those of you not in the know, what that means is they take a big, basically sheet of plastic and they heat it up and they shrink it, they melt it, form it to the shapes that you see here. So this isn't actually wood. This is a MDF door or an HDF door. I know that because I can see on the back side here where their hinges are drilled out. We'll insert a picture somewhere around here up close of that so you can see a little bit better. But this isn't actually wood, although it has this wooden texture to it. That's just pretend. That's not actually a real texture. This is just smooth, multi-density fiberboard. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. My door actually is made of a similar product, but because of the construction type, I think it's a bit superior in how it's going to last through the ages of your house. So when we come around and we check this out, you can see this door. This is a 5-piece door. Now what that means is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate pieces that make up our entire door panel. And that's good. No complaints there. Where I do have some complaints is where the pieces come together. So we can look in here and we can see kind of a crack. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's kind of a crack at the top. There's some cracks in the back and then around the panel. There's some various cracks there. At the top here, I can see where this is top and bottom, where this is just edge taped and formed. So there's just a little bit, you can catch your fingernail on here where there's a bit of a crack. If I took a knife and I really picked at that, I could peel that corner right off relatively easily. Now, the truth is, if you're just putting this in a flip, if this is something the house is going to be used for a couple years, maybe you might get away with it. A door like this, though, is going to be really susceptible to moisture damage. So when you've got humidity in the home, if this is near, say, a dishwasher where steam is coming up onto the sides of these panels, maybe near your stove, you've got the condensation coming up off from your boiling water above your stove and so forth. All of that condensation, it's not going to take long to work its way into these cracks. And then what's going to happen is, this is just glued on there. That glue is going to start to break down and separate. And then this door is going to start to peel and unravel. So, you can search the internet quite easily and see examples of thermofoil doors. We've all probably seen that. You go to a bathroom somewhere. Bathrooms are kind of notorious for it. There's a lot of humidity in there. So you go to a bathroom and you can see where the cabinet door is, unpeeling. And then, a lot of times someone's picked at it. Maybe they've tried to touch it up with some paint. But you're never going to have it looking like new again, right? So that's a thermofoil door. And this one's got that textured finish to it, but a lot of times they're just smooth. They could be just a flat panel, so it could be one big sheet. A lot of times, even this one's I prefer because you've got at least the wrap, I think, goes inside around these rails of your doors, where a lot of times this will just be flat, entirely flat on the back, and your thermofoil stops right here. It just comes over the face and it wraps up, and it's just a straight cut line right here all along the door, which I don't know, maybe that would prevent it going in these front cracks, I suppose. but you know, you've got that entire top seam. This one, this wrap looks like it wraps around this rail, but then we've got edge tape here at the tops of all of our rails. Anyway, so that's a thermofoil door. The alternative to that, so this is a HDF, so high density fiberboard door. So when we paint our cabinet doors, they're going to be HDF as well. When I do a wooden door, they're going to be like a stained birch, 3/4 inch birch, and they're solid birch doors. But if you want that nice smooth finish, you use HDF, and that's the same here. And you know, the vast majority of cabinet makers, they're not painting wood because then you're going to see those grain marks through your paint. So they use HDF because it gives you that nice smooth finish. A lot of people don't realize HDF, actually the sheet cost on that is higher than a lot of your cabinet grade wood materials. So this is actually more expensive. The alternative though, like what we're doing here, you know, with the cabinet manufacturer we work with, they are painted. So all of these doors are fully painted all sides, right? So if I look at, this is a cutaway where you can see the HDF on the inside. But if I look at my complete door panel here, I've got no seams. I've got no cracks. Yeah, I mean, I suppose maybe if you really, really soaked that in there, I think you could get water down in that crack. But you've got no seams here where your rails come together. You've got no seams here at the top, no edge tape. You know, there's nothing here I can get my finger on. It's actually a solid coat of paint the whole way around, nice thick solid coat of paint. So it's going to be a lot harder for moisture to work its way inside of a door of this style. You know, I'd never say it's impossible. If this had a big gouge on it and then, you know, you spilled water on it, that is going to get into the wood, the HDF, and it's going to make it, you know, swell if that continues to happen over time. You know, if it just gets wet for a second and you wipe it down, it'll be okay. It's sealed. It's not like it's going to be a sponge the moment it touches water. It's just, you know, you want to prevent that prolonged water contact throughout the lifetime of your kitchen. But at least here, you know, you don't have all those potential areas. You know, if this is next to a dishwasher, the steam can come up onto the side of my panel. You know, it's not got any cracks that it can make its way into, and it's going to last a lot longer this way as opposed to just doing this thermofoil wrap, which is just not going to have the lasting kind of principles as a door of this style. So anyway, guys, that's the pro tip for today, just so you know what to look for when you're out comparing doors, when you're looking at especially the colored doors you see out in the market, you know, the whites and the grays and the ones with a smooth finish. More often than not, those are an HDF or MDF, a multi-density fiberboard door, or they're a thermofoil door like this. So, you know, if you're at a high-end cabinet company, manufacturer, they're probably using something like this, where if you're looking maybe at, say, a box store or, you know, certain other unmentioned cabinet companies, it's almost always a thermofoil door. So anyway, just something to keep in mind so that, you know, when you're investing all this money into your home, you've got something that's going to last for the lifetime of the home, or, you know, 20, 15, 20 or 25, 30 years down the road when styles change, then you can replace it because you want to, not because you have to, because all your doors have started to peel, right? So anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. We are actually going to do one thing I will mention. We're going to do a full demo video where we have some of these cabinets and some of our cabinets, and we're going to punish them. We're going to push them till we destroy all of them, and we're going to film it to kind of benchmark these things. So that video is coming up soon. I'm really excited to do that. If that's something that might be of interest, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out our YouTube channel and keep checking in for content. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.